And high school kids are mean.
Your Subway sandwich of a hand.
Yeah, like can you write with your left hand at all? Mari Crombo Weebs, my name is Cole, his name is Mike, his name is Jay. We like anime, and this is episode 203 of AniPro. And on this week's episode, we are doing our review of the hit manga Journey Home After School. So we'll be doing that in the second half. In the first half, I don't know, we're just kind of chatting, you know, having a good time, sitting here chatting, catching up, doing a bunch of stuff like that. If you're new here, welcome to AniPro. Leave a like, subscribe, all of that stuff. If you're not new here, do those same things anyway. Please leave a like and subscribe, regardless of whether you're new or old. We appreciate that, no matter what you're doing. Okay, all of that's out of the way now. Now we can get into this episode proper. You know, I know you guys have been dying to do this. You guys have been itching to get back into the podcast studio.
On every week, I just basically sit here and I'm just like, let me at them. Let me at those two idiots. I want to talk to them about anime and manga and gaming.
Yes.
And here we are, and then I'm just like, chill as a goose.
Yeah.
Because gooses are very chill. Just kidding.
Gooses
they're not. As Canadians, we can
chill.
all agree, geese, unchill. Incredibly unchill animals.
I think they're chill. I like geese.
No, you don't. There's no way you truly believe that.
I think that they're fine. I
invite you to pet one.
They're just territorial. What would you pet, like any wild animal, though?
I'd pet a lot of wild animals if I was given the opportunity, yeah.
Yeah.
Goose would be like on the list of like animals I'd be scared to pet. Pretty high on the list, honestly.
Yeah.
They're vicious.
I could do it.
Could you take one in a fight?
Cole?
No.
Or a goose?
I mean,
Mike, could you take a coal in a fight or a goose? Which would you rather take in a fight?
I'd be more scared of the goose, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
They get that crazy look in their eye, you know?
Jay, what would you rather take, a goose or a coal?
I'd rather take the coal in a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are cowards. This is why geese
Well,
attack
here's the
you.
thing. It's not that the goose is terrifying. It's that you're very docile.
Yeah, I'd feel bad beating up Cole. He'd be like, oh, he's just sad.
Like, I feel like it would be one of those situations where it would just be, it's like that Simpsons thing. No, stop. He's already dead.
Yeah, exactly. He'd just be like laying there, you know?
Yeah.
He'd just go limp. Oh.
You just
That's
like
true.
be curled up, hands over his head.
Crying.
That would be my
and
move.
fright.
Yeah.
That would be my move if I ever got into a fight. I would just go limp and then like throw up on myself. I think that would be my move.
I think that's like a survival technique.
That's a survival technique, I think.
I think I like the technique of taking off your pants because it just throws everybody off.
You find that
and then you're not
you find that
fighting
out in the upcoming Cole Discovery documentary coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's narrated by Jay. Jay's
Yeah. This has all been an elaborate thought experiment by Jay to write the documentary on Cole. It is.
And here we see him doing his usual thing, sitting on the couch for 8 hours playing Farming Sim. Throwing up on himself.
This is a weekly routine for Cole. See the way the Cheeto dust is elaborately spread throughout his beard and chest? Yeah.
I know you guys got the footage. Jay, what's up?
Cody Pot's gonna have to wait his turn. You just see Cody just like standing in the background, arms crossed, waiting for the PS5.
Lurking.
Yeah.
No, he can't. He's not allowed to touch. He's not allowed to touch my PS5 ever.
Is it just yours?
Of course, it's just mine.
I thought you two shared it.
No.
Cole's
mine.
quite territorial. If you have not picked up on that,
it's mine. No one's allowed to play it. And if you have played it, your days are numbered. Jay.
Well,
Jay.
I mean, aren't everyone's days numbered though?
Truly.
That is true. Yeah.
Yep.
See, it's not an empty threat. It's a promise.
He's not going to cause them to be less numbered, but they are numbered.
They are numbered.
Yeah.
Just no one plays my PS5 and survives, Jay.
Except for you.
That.
Oh well,
they all die
no,
eventually.
that's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
No, Yeah, even me,
Yeah.
it's a curse.
Yeah.
It's a curse. Yeah.
Some may even be able to say that playing your PS5 could cause death.
Could.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I'm not telling
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should bury it in like a tomb, like a vault.
In like a pharaoh's tomb and have it haunt people for the rest of their days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then Indiana Jones can go like on an adventure to go find it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's guarded
like
by
that.
like a Templar knight.
Yeah.
It's been,
Mhm.
And then if you like
guarded
touch
for
it, you'll like get
thousands of years.
vaporized. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Jay, what's up?
Yeah. He asked you what's up, Jay.
You did, and I kind of derailed
did.
that completely.
That's
you know what?
okay.
I went this entire week, and by this entire week, I mean since about Thursday. I was thinking like, okay, I'm going to talk about Pokemon Legends ZA this episode. That's what I'm talking
Oh, that's
about.
right. Yeah.
Because
Did it
that's
come
what came
out?
out recently. It came out on Thursday. And I've been playing that.
Mm.
And then something else came up that I was like, no, I feel like this is a better conversation piece. So we're gonna talk about this.
Okay.
I've made it no secret. If you've checked out the most recent bonus episode that came out, you'll know this. But I've gotten into reading like actual non-Japanese novels lately.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A literary savant over here.
I'm a student of the game now. If I wasn't already.
Mhm.
And so I finished reading one book, The Will of the Many. I moved on to another one, but I read The
Okay.
Will of the Many by James Islington. Super good book, by the way. If you're looking for just like a very unique and interesting fantasy story, highly recommend it. The second book is coming out in November, so now is a good time to read it and catch up. So highly would recommend it. But the thing that came to mind reading this and then moving on to the next book that I'm reading right now, Red Rising, is, and pardon my language here, but I need it to accentuate my point. Hollywood's kind of
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go off.
So I'm reading these two books, first The Will of the Many, now Red Rising, and I'm like, these are so good, so interesting. Not that many people talk about them. Like, you'll get like your book nerds that like know about them and love them, but like the average person doesn't. And like with Hollywood stuff, like you get most of the stuff is just kind of mid to like whatever. And like, or like if they adapt something that's like really cool, like your Percy Jacksons or your Harry Potters, either nobody cares or like they don't recapture that magic that that the books have for a lot of people. And I'm like, and like reading these has really opened my eyes to the fact that like Hollywood is just creatively bankrupt.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
There are like visionary directors who like do stuff, you know, like you see a lot of horror movies that come out recently now that are pretty unique concepts and stuff like that.
But like even with those, like you barely see people like even people who like to see movies like barely even talk about them or barely acknowledge them.
I think it says more about society, you know? I think it says more about society that we need like an IP that people are familiar with to actually get people in the theaters rather than people being willing to go out and take a risk and watch something that may or may not be good, you know?
Well, the other thing is that like movies nowadays are on such like a tight budget, essentially. Like they really can't afford a miss, the movie studios. So they have to play it super safe because like their margins are just getting slimmer and slimmer because less and less people are going out and see movies. And like, I listened to a podcast on this recently where they were talking about how like basically someone predicted that the HBO would essentially kill the movies. And that's kind of what I think has happened is at this point, like if you think of all of like the really big cultural touchstone media that's come out of the West in like the last little while, it's all TV shows. It's all like these direct to like video TV shows like Game of Thrones, The Bear right now, I'm just trying to think of other ones right now, but they're not coming to me right off the top of my head. People are going crazy over, what's the one with the dude from Parks and Rec? Where their brains are separated from their work and their severance is what I'm trying to think of. But,
yeah.
Yeah. I think basically just like, unfortunately, movies are dying, and I think that the current meta is just like these like high production value TV shows that go directly onto HBO or Amazon Prime or Netflix or whatever. And it sucks, but that's just kind of how it is. Like, even thinking, going back to Jay's initial thing that prompted this was talking about how good books are compared to like these movie ideas. And like a good example of that is Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
It's a classic series. It's like a goated fantasy series. Didn't get a movie adaptation, got a direct to Amazon Prime adaptation. And I think that's just, like I said, that's where the meta is right now. That's the meta move.
Yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate because I still think like a movie will give you personally, I think a movie gives you a better, more bite-sized form of entertainment.
I totally understand.
I agree with that, but I also disagree with that because like with a movie, you're kind of invested to sitting and watching it for like an hour and a half to 2 hours straight without like being able to stop. Whereas if you're watching a show, like maybe at most like an hour, 45 minutes, and then like you stop for an episode and you can take a break, or if you're done.
Again, though, I think that says more about society. Like, I think we just don't have the attention span to sit through a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And like part of it too is like I'm just thinking back to like, what have I watched the most of? Do you guys remember what my resolution was this year? I watched 100 movies or something, right?
Yeah.
Way behind on that. But do you want to ask me how many TV shows or like anime I've watched?
Yeah. Tons.
You know, I've probably watched 100 already at this point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say because, on the one hand, you're right. Like, people don't want to go and sit down and watch the movie for however long it is. But at the same time, like, we don't bat an eye about spending 10 hours on something.
On a show. Yeah. Like, I just watched The Bear and like, there's an hour-long episode in there. It's an hour and 15 minutes in every season. And it's like... Yeah.
It's half a movie.
It could be a movie. It could be a short movie, that one episode.
Yeah. But we just but I mean, at the same time, like, isn't that Hollywood? Like, isn't that still Hollywood?
Yeah, it is. It totally is. Like I said, there's the meta shifted. They make these TV shows now.
I think at the same time, like stuff like the MCU has kind of ruined film for everyone. Not in the way like, oh, the MCU's ruined, but I mean this in the sense where like I mean the sense where like people expect like more of a spectacle watching a movie than like a good deep story.
Right.
So like going to the theater is less of like going to see a movie and more going to have an experience.
Yeah. Like, what's been the biggest movies of 2025?
K-pop Demon Hunters is the first one that comes to mind. That was a Netflix
by far.
release.
Yeah.
Right.
The other thing that I would throw out there too is that like theaters have kind of killed themselves in a way too, where like, I know everyone like is like, okay, the theater is like this premium experience. You get this big comfy chair. You don't have to like sit elbow to elbow with some yuppie next to you or anything like that. But because they have to like seat fewer people in there and then also like give you this big luxurious recliner and make the movie so expensive to see that it just like, I don't know, like they have to raise their prices so much that it like, I make pretty good money. And I went to a movie the other day and I was like, this was bloody expensive to see Demon Slayer. Like, I don't know why it shouldn't be that much, and it shouldn't be that much of an inconvenience for the average person to go see it. But it kind of is, especially when you could just like wait a little while and watch it on your home TV. You know?
Or,
everyone's got a TV these days.
Yo-ho, Pirate's Life for me.
Yeah.
You could. But I just looked up the top movies from the year so far. And I have to go all the way down to number 14 to see a movie that isn't a sequel or based on a previous IP, and that's Sinners.
Yeah.
You've got that Chinese animated movie, Neja 2.
Neja 2,
okay, that's a sequel. Lilo and Stitch, remake. Minecraft,
video game adaptation.
Jurassic World, Demon Slayer, How to Train Your Dragon. Like, these are all sequels or remakes or something based off of another IP.
Yeah.
And then, you got to go all the way down to 14 to get to Sinners. And then,
the thing that's funny about Sinners too is like that borrowed props from the currently on ice Blade movie that they're doing, like props and
well, I
costumes
mean,
and stuff.
yeah,
which like I mean,
that's just that's just efficient filmmaking.
Yeah, but like still, like there is a tie to an existing IP that I think is funny
in a way. Yeah. Well, then, okay, I'll grant you that even, but then, okay, we'll go to 16 with weapons. That would be the next one, because it's all sequels. It's all.
Now, let me
I'm
ask
looking at
you-
2024 now too, Cole, and I have to go to number 15. The first movie that I don't think is a sequel of anything is It Ends With Us at number 15 last year.
Yeah, and I don't remember these movies.
Yeah, like I was just about to
Wild
say,
Robot, which is a good movie.
I was just about to say, like, when was the last time you heard someone say, "Yeah, I'm going to see Weapons tonight"?
A few people. I know a few
Didn't you
people that
go
went to
see
see
it?
it. No, I didn't. Zaina did. Zaina did.
No,
yeah.
Jay.
No,
Or did you see Sinners?
I saw
Saw
Sinners.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that's because, like, when Sinners was out and in theaters, like, people kept saying, like, "Oh, it's the best movie. It's so good." So, like, I was like, "What's going on over there?"
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
And how was it?
Yeah.
How was the experience?
Experience-wise, well, I think I talked about this on the pod.
Yeah, you did. You did. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
Not
Go
the best
alone-
experience.
Not the best. The movie
Go
was
alone, Jay was about to say.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
alone. Go alone.
Yeah, that's how I go. That's how I go
yeah.
to movies now.
Yeah.
Just by myself. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go alone, be alone, and asking Mike what's on his mind.
Oh, very, very nicely asked. What's on my mind this week? Other than watching my Green Bay Packers play the Arizona Cardinals and losing right now.
Yeah, I thought on another
What's
screen.
new though, Mike? What's new?
What's new to me?
Yeah.
I really don't know. I'll just talk about this manga kind of made me think a little bit. Like these kids go, like, they have this whole club about going home or whatever after school.
Right. Yeah.
And like I was on a bus to go home after school. So like I know what I did. I rode the bus and probably read a book or played my Game Boy or DS or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not very exciting to think about that. But do you guys like have any like cool like after school routines or anything like that? Like after school or anything like that? Because I know for sure Cole walked home, but I don't know about
I walked
Jay.
home. Yeah. My walk home was a pretty efficient walk home though. It was straight A to B. No beating around the bush or anything like that. I had to go home. I had to do my homework. I didn't do my homework ever. I was a very bad student. I never did my homework. Somehow I graduated. But after, like, I would get home, like, I'm a millennial, right? So you'd go on, you'd get on MSN Messenger and you'd start chatting with strangers, you just chat with strangers.
Yeah,
That's
those were
what you
crazy
do.
times.
Those were crazy times.
I remember using MSN, but I wouldn't chat with strangers. I just chat with friends from school.
Yeah, that's honestly me too. So Cole, I don't know what kind of weird chat rooms you were in.
I was being facetious. Yeah, there were no. I don't think you could talk to strangers on MSN.
Well, you had to add
You'd
them.
have to
Yeah,
find
you
them
had to be friends
somehow.
with them. Yeah. Well, there was what was that website where you'd go on and it would just pair you up with strangers? What was that?
Omegle? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
That
I
was
only
also
used
a
that
crazy
once or twice.
thing. I'm sure that's dead now. That must be dead. There's no way that's gonna be allowed.
I think didn't we do that during COVID, Mike?
Probably.
We went
I
on-
don't know. If you just want to see a lot of penises, that's a good way to see a lot of
Yeah.
penises.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peanuts.
Yeah.
Gotta censor it. We can't say
But like
penis. We have to say
Oh,
peanuts.
sorry. I was saying peanuts. Peanuts is.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't remember doing anything after school. I do remember like when I was in high school, I would go over to like Cole and Cody Bott's house or like our buddy Nug Deeps, and like we would like have a band. So like after school, sometimes we'd play in the band, and that'd always be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But that was like about the extent of like my after school exploits. I'm trying to think of the word for that.
Activities?
Adventures.
Exploits, activities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just lots of drugs. Lots of drugs.
Oh,
Lots of
so many hard drugs. Part of the hard thing though is like I lived pretty far outside of the town. I was pretty rural. So like if I wanted to do something after school, I had to stay and then find a ride home, which nobody's going to drive 30 minutes out of their way in the middle of the night. Like that's just not going to happen.
Once we all got our licenses, though, that was
Then things changed. Yes.
that opened things up. A lot of the it wasn't even after school. A lot of the like misadventures I'd get in were like lunch hours because I lived so close to the school. Like I'd have friends over at my place. Mike, do you remember that one time one of my classmates, and I was 2 years older than you in high school.
Mm-hmm.
One of my classmates was like, I could take all your brother's friends on. I could take them all on. Do you remember this?
I do remember this.
Yeah.
In your front yard.
Yeah. And then we're like, okay, go. So we all stood in our like picture window watching him get his ass kicked by you and Cody Bot and Nug Deep and probably a couple other people. But it was like...
I don't think we kicked his ass. I don't think we kicked his ass.
You got him on the ground and then you just like kind of like kicked him a little bit.
Yeah, we weren't like trying to hurt him, but it was like, yeah, I was like,
come
no,
on,
you're bigger than us, but there's still four of us.
We're howling in the house watching this. It's like, what were you thinking?
It's so funny in hindsight.
It's the classic guy like, oh, I can take him.
Yeah, I could take these dweebs.
Yeah.
Or we were watching Trailer Park Boys, and there was this scene where they're like, well, we gotta like, I don't know, get information out of this guy, but like we don't want to leave bruises or anything like that. Well, let's use phone books. Phone books don't leave bruises. So we tested it out on Michael.
I volunteered for tribute to this one. Yeah. It didn't leave bruises.
It didn't leave bruises. He was beaten, though.
I guess the moral of the story here is that like teenage boys are like the peak of the mountain of stupidity for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a reason why teenage, like young adult men are very expensive to insure.
Good times were had by everyone except for Mike that time.
It was fine. It honestly didn't hurt that much. You guys are weak. Wimps.
That's true. We were weak.
It is.
Jay, sorry, what did you do?
It is like 5 Canadian boys, to be fair. Like, I mean, how mean are they going to be?
Yeah, nobody's really trying to
true.
no one's really trying to mess anybody up. It's just a lighthearted battle, you know? Or like Cody Bot and Cole having their shoulder fights.
Shoulder boxing.
Shoulder boxing. I don't remember the reason behind that. But Jay, what did you do after school? I'm dying to know. After you attended your prestigious academy.
So we had a cafeteria, but it was more like a cafe because we my school was attached to a community center. So there was a cafe there that like you could go to after school. And myself and a couple of other people I went to school with would go there to just like wait around while we were waiting for our parents to come by and pick us up after school. So we would go there and either like have an order of fries or just kind of like sit there and chat or something while we were waiting. So we would just like just chill there, chat while we were waiting. And that was basically my after school activity.
No phone books? No phone books involved?
No sacks of oranges?
No, unfortunately not.
Honestly, though, that reminds me, like, I remember in like high school, we would go out and because fries are A, cheap and B, shareable. It's like the perfect, like, other than like nachos or something, it's like the perfect like thing to share with friends and just kind of sit there and munch on it. And like, you know, it's like the most shareable food ever.
Yeah.
Mike, were you with us that one time we went and sampled all of the different restaurants back home?
Yes.
To see which one had the best fries?
Yes.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah. There's a plan to do that with burgers in our city too. But
there was like 5 restaurants.
The pickings are quite limited, so yes.
I unlike you guys, I was an introverted nerd when I was in high school.
We were too.
We just found other introverted nerds.
I didn't have a lot of friends to hang out with after school, and I didn't really do a lot of stupid things. And most of the stupid things they did, I've already talked about on this podcast, but that wasn't really after school. That was just on days off.
I think that counts. Outside of school is really the concept, I think.
Because like I've talked about belly flopping off the diving board.
Yes.
At the pool. That was fun.
Good times.
What else have
You've told your story of the girl that basically declared her love for you, and you're like, I wonder what that's all about.
I got one that's related to pools, Jay, while you're thinking of something else.
Okay.
Is this what's on Cole's mind?
No, it's not what's on my mind. It's just another kind of outside of school activity when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
We had a pool growing up. Mike, you remember we had a pool, right?
Like in your backyard.
above ground
pool. Probably
it was
4 or 5 feet deep. Yep.
Yeah, 4 feet deep. It was a big circle, right? So like not really big enough to like swim in. You would just kind of jump in, cool off.
I swam around that thing, buddy.
Oh, so did I. But I mean, like it wasn't a big.
It wasn't big. It wasn't very big. Yeah.
Yeah. So like one of the things we would do is we would make a whirlpool in it. So basically what you would do is you would just run
as fast as possible.
Go as fast as you can around a circle, and create like a current that goes around the pool. A lot of fun. We would do that all the time. A lot of fun.
And you know what though? Like simple things like that are underrated. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
man.
and it was, it's hot out and it's like at the time my mom didn't have air conditioning in her house. So it was like, oh man, we got to do something to like beat the heat.
Oh God. Yeah.
Which also brings up another story that Mike, I wish we could find the video, but I'll get to that.
Oh God. Yeah.
Where we make a big whirlpool and then I start hearing like rustling on the pool. Mike, you weren't here at this time.
I wasn't here for this one. This doesn't.
It was like
familiar.
it was me and like my friends because again I was a couple years older than Mike. Mike and I didn't really become.
It's so funny.
Good
in
friends
like high school.
until
2 years is like a massive gap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we were doing that and I could hear like the pool making weird sounds. I'm like, oh, that's weird. It must be like my dog on the outside, like rubbing against the pool or something. And we're doing that. Then all of a sudden the pool literally explodes.
It's like just collapsed.
Yeah. Like one side of the pool just like blew open. And it
didn't like fall down. It like blew out. Like it blew out.
There was a giant hole that ended up in the pool.
Oh God. That sucks.
Do you remember that, Mike, though? Because we had two pools. We had that one. And then maybe it was after we were out of high school when my mom got that second one. It was a bit bigger.
I know. I don't know that. I didn't only know the one. I don't remember a second one.
But yeah, that was the ultimate fate of that one. And at the time I thought like, oh, that's too bad. Like, isn't that crazy that it just like gave out? Now that I'm older and I realize we were applying more force on the outside of it than necessary by making these whirlpools.
Yeah.
Like we destroyed that pool by just
Not to mention like anything that leaked out of it. Cause like you guys were just basically like flush. Literally your mom's like water bill was probably like, please stop. Please stop.
Well, she didn't have to fill it up all the time. She only filled it once a year. We were usually pretty good at keeping the water in the pool. And then that brings up the story I was alluding to where it was so hot in my mom's house, but we were so bored and Mike was over and we recorded a music video set to O-Town's Liquid Dreams. And that was, Mike's outfit was jeans and an apron. That was Mike's outfit. It was, And unfortunately, I have scoured the depths of the internet for this video, and I cannot find it for the life of me.
Jay's like, I'm gonna find it.
Please do. Please find it. That would be incredible.
That would actually be a funny bonus episode. Watching like these stupid home videos. Yeah, that
video specifically,
like reacting to a video like that.
Yeah, Jay, I came up with two embarrassing stories for Mike. Do you did you think of another one?
Not really. I did think though, like when I was in elementary school, this isn't really a high school thing, but it was like grade 6, so like almost middle school. Yeah. I was in a musical for Willy Wonka. My school put on a Willy Wonka musical. And I remember after school, like having to go back to school like later to go to rehearsal. Whether it just be like early rehearsal or like dress rehearsals and stuff like that. And like I remember just being
Mhm.
like, oh, I really don't want to have to go back to school for this.
Mhm.
Um,
And then you did.
and then I did.
Reluctantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
reluctantly. Oh,
Rip.
actually, going back to school reminded me of something that I used to do after school. So, there were times where when I'd get home, I'd like have forgotten my homework.
Yeah, me too.
At
I would
school.
always forget my homework.
No, but
Yeah.
like I'd like genuinely forget my homework, and I'd be like,
Mhm.
I gotta go back to the school and like get it. So I'd go back to
Mhm.
school, and like because
You go
it's
back
after
for your
hours.
homework?
Yeah.
You're
And
mad.
so the doors often would be locked, but like sometimes they'd forget to lock like some doors, so I'd be able to sneak my way in to get to my locker and get my stuff. So
Mhm.
like being able to do that was a lot of fun, just because like it felt like I was being like a secret agent or something,
Yeah, you're like Tom Cruise in Mission
Yeah.
Impossible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like sneaking into the high school to get my books and stuff for homework. Yeah, that was fun. I completely forgot about that.
Something about being in your school when school isn't like open. It's
Mhm.
very, very strange.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, even when
Especially,
you,
or like visiting it as an adult is very weird too.
Mhm.
like you go to your school for like an event, like there's a dance or something like that, so you'd go to the
Mhm.
school. It's like, oh, it's like a weird different vibe going on in here, going
Yeah.
into the school when it's not open. Yeah. It's fun though. It's fun.
It is
It's
fun.
to, yeah. What is on my mind though? I hear Mike thinking.
Yes.
I hear him
Aloud.
I hear him curious. Aloud. Very quick. What's on my mind? I finished Ghost of Yotei.
Finished. Ooh.
Yep. Solid game. Unfortunately, no new game plus in the game yet. No new game plus. Apparently, that's Sony's move. They don't add the new game plus for a couple months, so they can kind of add extra stuff.
They do that so like they can keep you playing longer
Mhm.
after release.
It's the move, because I don't know
Yeah.
if I could go through and play it again right now. But like
Yeah,
in a few
they
months,
probably know, like, realistically, no one's doing new game plus immediately. Maybe this
Yeah.
like 1% of the population is going to do
Yeah.
that.
The diehard
Yeah,
fans
and
will be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a few months though, I think I'd really enjoy a new game plus experience. Yeah, that would be good.
I
also booked my first hotel for the Japan trip coming up.
Oh,
nice.
wonderful.
So things are kind of coming into place a little bit more.
In Tokyo?
So in Tokyo,
Which ward did you choose?
Asakusa.
Oh, okay, again. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
pretty
honestly a good location. It's a good location.
It's pretty central. Lots of there's two major lines that run through Asakusa. It's close to Akihabara, easy to get to Shinjuku, Shibuya, all of that. So
It's also
it's
like
a good
one of the
location.
most touristy spots for sure.
Yeah,
Like for
Which is
shopping
kind
and
of-
like temples and stuff. So
yeah. It's that's kind of a little bit of a downside, if I'm honest. Like I'd rather be somewhere that's not super tourist heavy.
Okay.
But we've got some plans for the trip that will put us in some areas that'll be a little less touristy. So I'll have
That kinda-
much to talk about when we come back, I'm sure.
I'm glad that you're going again. I'm honestly very jealous because I won't be able to go for like at least 5 years. So,
Well, you never know. You never know, though, right? Like,
no, I'm not
this
traveling
was-
with a toddler over for a 10-hour flight. That ain't happening.
Well, we'll go
Yeah.
together, you and me. You can leave
Yes.
everyone
Yes.
behind.
That'll work out great for me. Yeah. I wanted to actually mention though, because I don't think I ever talked to you about this, but I think you visited Diver City or Odaiba in
Yes, I
in
did.
Tokyo, right? Or when we were, I guess it's not Tokyo. Were you disappointed with it a little? 'Cause it like felt super. It just felt like a mall, like here. Like you could plop that directly into where we are, into like North America, and it would be the same. That's how
Yeah.
I felt it was.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really expecting anything other than that. Like, I kind of had the impression that it was just a mall. It had the big Gundam store, so that kind of kept me invested. And it had the
Two
Unicorn
Gundam stores. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see the second one. Oh,
There's like a
interesting.
second one just by the Gundam statue outdoors.
Oh,
Up a bunch of stairs. Yeah.
I didn't notice that one.
Yeah.
I just saw the big one. That's
The big
like-
ones has most of the same stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Or at least when I was there.
And that's where I had Hardee's. Hardee's, right? It's not Harvey's. Harvey's is the Canadian chain. Hardee's.
Hardee's,
Burgers.
or Carl's
Yeah.
Jr.'s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carl's Jr. They had that in Diver City, and that's where I was pointing at the menu like a moron, and then the server, the cashier, was replied to me in perfect English, making me feel like an absolute ass. But it is what it is. But I mean, yeah, it was basically just a big mall.
Yeah, I was kind of I was just like, oh, this is just I don't know why I thought it would be different, but I did. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I even ate like mall food court food there, and I was like, this is just mall food court food. It's the same everywhere.
Yeah, it's the same everywhere. A little
Yeah.
cheaper in Japan, though. A little cheaper.
Yeah.
The food. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's what's on my mind. Guys.
So give us your AniPro rating of Ghost of Yotei.
Oh, right. I would say I'll give it a certified. Certified.
Okay.
I think it's a very good game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't have any complaints about it. The narrative was really good. It's a gorgeous game. Gameplay was fun. I can't think of a real major downside that would push me off of a certified. Jay, like, how far into it are you?
Since we spoke last, I haven't really played it much. I've been playing Legend CA and also reading. So,
Okay.
Yotei's kind of on hold right now, but I will get back to it after I'm done everything else I'm currently doing.
And the book you just finished, I forget the name of it right now. What would you rate that one?
That one, I'd say The Will of the Many by James Islington, I would give a very, very solid Tickles My Jimmies.
Okay. There you go.
I think like its biggest downfall is the prose is like very straightforward and to the point. But like the story itself and like the creativity on display here in that book is, yeah, it's insane.
Top notch.
Yeah.
Did you ever finish the Inherited cycle as well?
No,
Aragon books?
I finished Aragon, and like, I got about halfway through Eldest. I'm still gonna probably finish it, but like something about it, I was just kind of don't want to read this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're creeping something a little deeper, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe take a break and then come back to it.
Yeah, they're always there. You guys want to just? It's been a while.
Yeah, let's take a quick dip.
Let's take a quick dip. We'll make a whirlpool
Where, though?
in this. We'll make a whirlpool in this.
We'll break.
It's time for the mailbag.
Just picture like
it's mailbag time.
Just picture like me and Jay and Cole like running in circles in the mailbag right now, making a whirlpool.
And then a side blows out, and this was my literal reaction when the pool exploded.
Yeah. That's like the most. Yeah, that's like what you do. Like, because you're a child, right?
Yeah.
Like,
what do I do?
Like, I have no way to remedy this even remotely. I am in
then
so
my
much
mom
trouble.
comes out of the house. She's like, "What the hell is going on?" Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Anyway, we're in the mailbag. If you got a mailbag question, you can send it to us over at our website, AniProPod.com/mailbag, or at our Discord. This one comes from our Discord. It's also a patron priority mailbag. Wee-woo. Comes from Super Mexi. Real simple question, guys. What is your favorite figure that you own and you must show it on the YouTube video? So you YouTube video viewers, this is a visual aspect to the podcast.
This is show and tell.
This is show and tell. So maybe in this case, you might get a better sense if you come in and check out the YouTube video. Now that I've rambled, Jay, do you have what would you like to share with the class?
I do. I brought something to share with the class today. It's my figure of my Sakurajima and
yes,
and Knapsack Kid from Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid.
Okay.
I really like it because it's one figure, but it comes with two characters, and it's really cool. And also the base is like beach sand, and you can see kind of like footprints in the sand, which is really neat.
That's really neat. I like a finished base because I feel like most just have like the simple like black plastic, you know.
Yeah.
A nice base really makes the figure. I always say
does.
It's my famous saying.
Also, how often do you get a 2-for-1 too?
Yeah.
That's a really nice figure, Jay. I've never seen that one before, to be honest with you. I don't know how long you've had that one.
I got it
That
at
one's
Icon this year.
That
Did
is
you?
a new one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it, I guess.
I was with Jalen when he bought that. I was with him, and he's like, "Oh, should I buy this?" And then I hyped him up. I hyped my boy up. I'm like, "Come on,
You are
Jay,
good
you
at
got
like, you're good at encouraging the spending for sure.
it."
It's good.
It's like,
It's
come
good.
on, we're at a convention, you know. You got to spend some money.
The time is now. The time is now.
is now.
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
You turn to Shia
What's your
LaBeouf for a
best
minute.
figure, Cole?
Oh, what's my best figure? I also have one that I bought at this year's Icon as well, which was very expensive. But because Jay hooked me up with his exclusive discount, I was able to purchase a nice Bocchi the Rock figure. Now, best part about this Bocchi figure, she doesn't have a Les Paul. She's got her Yamaha Pacifica, which is great stuff here. But my favorite part is, much like Jay, I love the base of this figure. And the reason for that is her pedals that she has. Great stuff. You see, you got your classic Vox Wah, which I used to have. I sold that. You got your Dynacomp, MXR Dynacomp. I do have that pedal, one of my favorite pedals. You got your Boss Blues Driver, great pedal. And then I'm assuming this is like a multi-effect delay pedal. If I looked into it more, I'm sure I could figure out
So
what that
while
is too,
while you're holding the figure at that angle, what color?
I don't know. I can't see. See. See, that's all I can see.
Yeah.
I would
It's
never.
unfortunate.
I would never look to see.
It's just not true. It's just not true.
Yeah.
I'm
But
like
yeah,
realizing as you guys are showing these figures, I'm like, I don't think I have any figures that have like fancy bases. This is something I should maybe look into.
Yeah. But you see the thing about this Yamaha Pacifica as well. It's a custom model. It's got the humbucker in the bridge position, and then it's got a P90 in the neck position.
Very cool.
Which is a bit more difficult to find.
You got the humbucker and the single coil soap bar?
Humbucker.
What?
Humbucker. Not just a single coil, but yeah, P90 soap bar pickup, which is a lot of fun. And
Kinda
it's
cool.
got the
Kind of a
tremolo
cool guitar.
system on it. Kind of a cool guitar, you know, it's black, you know. Excited for season 2 of Bocchi the Rock, where that will be her main guitar now going forward. Yeah, so here we go. Gear nerds, where you at? Come at me. Let me know what that delay pedal is that she's got. I want to know. I want to know without having to actually do the research. So if anybody knows, hit me up.
Please,
I gotta know.
Help him.
Help me, please.
There's
Mike,
for sure
it's your
somebody who's
turn.
done this research. I guess like I kind of like wasn't sure which one to pick because I like them all a lot, so I wasn't sure where I'd go. Probably my actual answer is I have a Gundam EXS model kit that I built. I think that counts as a figure. It's
Yeah, I mean, I've got some Gunpla down here too. I've got some stuff, but I wanted to do a figure, but I think it counts.
okay. That would probably be my favorite one, just because it's like a cool kit. It's like from like a novel, like a Gundam novel from the 1980s. It's super obscure. It's never been translated to English as far as I know. But like just the kit itself is super cool looking. Like it's a really cool looking Gundam. It's big and chonky and just very like, I don't know, very like 80s maximalist. And I just enjoy it a lot. It's cool. It's a cool kit. I think I brought it to Icon this last year, but I ain't about to go pick it up and bring it here because I would drop it. And then I would be very sad because I'd have a broken Gunpla. So instead I picked up my buddy Sashomaru here. This is my Sashomaru. It's just a pop-up parade. It's nothing fancy. Honestly, it's not even the most expensive figure I have. I don't know why. It just makes me happy looking at it. Just because I don't know. Something about Inuyasha just reminds me of my childhood, I guess. And just, I don't know. Yeah, it makes me happy looking at the Sashomaru. And plus it's also like, it's a pretty heavy and substantial figure.
It's chunky. Yeah.
And like looks pretty good in my opinion, considering like it was not very expensive at all. I don't know. There's just only good vibes when I look at that figure. I have more expensive ones. I have nicer ones, but that's the one that makes me happiest, I think. So
My backup answer, by the way, would be the Makoto Nijima back here.
Yeah.
The Queen figure. I like that one too. It's 1A, 1B, to be honest. That one's really nice.
How do you pick your favorite
well-made
kid?
figure.
You just don't. You just
don't. You just can't. Yeah. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
Jay did, though. Jay did.
Yep.
So did I, though, to be honest. Is that a cat meowing at me? I think it is. I think that means...
I think it was. I think that means it's break time.
I think that means it's time for something...
Yeah. When we come back from the break, though, we're going to be reviewing my manga nomination, Journey Home After School. So I hope you did your homework. I did on time this time, actually, for once. And I hope you guys did too. We'll find out right after this. Break. Hey, YouTube viewer. I don't mean to interrupt you during a well-deserved break, but can you do me a real quick favor? You see that little button there? The one that looks like a thumbs up? Can you just click that? Just real quick. Yeah, great. Thanks. Oh, and while you're down there, can you just hit subscribe? Yeah, like that. Thanks. Oh, what's that? You're not on YouTube, but instead listening to the podcast on... And you want to join in on the fun? Well, if you want, why don't you leave a 5-star review? No matter how you're watching or listening, providing feedback to us helps AniPro grow so that more and more people can listen to us and our perfectly normal and not strange at all takes. And seeing as you're being so cool, why don't I let you in on a little secret? AniPro has a Discord server where you can talk to the hosts and other listeners about anime and other random topics about, like, I don't know, mayo on hot dogs and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much. What's that? You want to do even more? Oh my goodness, thank you. Well, AniPro has a Patreon where for a small donation you can get access to archived episodes and ad-free episodes. You can get episodes early and even get a monthly bonus episode. I think, yeah, that's it. Listen, I really appreciate you listening to this. I will now reward you with the second half of this episode.
We're just kind of going with the flow. You know how it is. Welcome back from break. Hope you enjoyed the lovely music that we had for you earlier during said break. Now it is time. You've waited the entire first half, and we're finally going to review the first 1 trillion, and by 1 trillion I mean chapters 1 to 26 of Journey Home After School, the manga that Cole... Our my lovely co-host over here, to my I think to my left on the...
He is to your far left on the YouTube video.
On the YouTube video, yeah. So
those of you who don't know,
submitted for review.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've submitted for your consideration.
He's submitted for our consideration and also this review. So, we're going to get into our review in just a quick second. But before that, we need to... What are we reviewing? I mean, I said the title Journey Home After School, and it's a manga, but, like, what is it about?
What is it about, Jay? What is it about?
What is it about? Well,
do you know?
Cole, you know what? I don't know, but I know you know.
I do know.
So why don't you enlighten me?
You know what?
By enlightening the listeners.
Manga... It's a bit of a coming of age kind of a slice of life manga, if you will. Our main character Shun is a former soccer player. He's injured his knee, so he can no longer play soccer, and he's kind of down in the dumps about it a little bit. And he meets his senpai, who's called Choki-chan. That's her nickname, and Choki basically translate to "go home." Straight home kind of thing. And she's your stereotypical kind of like head in the clouds.
Girl.
I hesitate to say it. Yeah, Genki girl, manic pixie dream girl kind of thing. She's very quirky. She's very quirky. And she recruits him into her club, which is not an actual club, which is called the Hyper Go Home Club, which is essentially they just go home after school. Yeah. And they do crazy things. They find sticks. They find rocks. They find a big cat who looks like my cat, which I enjoy. And And it's basically them just kind of growing closer. You kind of deal a little bit with Shun's backstory a little bit and at certain points in the manga, and it's labeled as a romance, so of course there's a little bit of will they won't they kind of thing going on here too. It's yeah, I would say it's slice of life Iyashikei kind of thing, feeling good vibes, no major drama, nothing like that, just you're kind of just chilling with these two kids as they go home, as they journey home after school, if you will.
Well put.
Yeah.
Well put, Cole.
Thank you. Yeah. Was that a nice consensus, a nice concise description of the manga? Would you guys add anything to that?
I'd say so. I'd say like there's also like a couple of other things that they do. It's not just like their time walking home after school, but like they also have like other activities that they sometimes get into. But it's all like after school stuff.
Yeah, it's all outside of school.
It initially starts as like, well, no, basically it's just these two kids doing all sorts of things as students. Honestly, like the walk home after school part of it really fades away pretty quickly, I would say, but that's
they like it's not like your Takagi-san or anything like that where they're in class together, because they're different ages.
They're never in class, but they'll be doing things in the school.
It's like after class stuff, but like a lot of the stuff is
extracurricular.
It's all extracurricular.
Yeah, there you go. That's the word for it.
Yeah.
They should change it to extracurricular activities.
After school.
Well, that's the doujinshi version of this.
So before we get too off the rails, we did kind of compare it to Takagi-san, said like why it's kind of different, but like what kind of stuff would you compare it to? Cole off rip was like, I have like 50 recommendations, so I'm gonna save them for the end.
You guys go ahead. Yeah, I've got a number.
I'm gonna start with Mike here.
Thank you.
So Mike, what is your big recommendation for this? Like if
the nice thing for this one, and you letting me go first, is this is like not my wheelhouse at all. So like I would say this is like the genre Cole is number one fan, besto friendo of this genre of like,
I love this
kind of just like sweet little rom-com type things. The one it reminded me most of, there was kind of two, but I'll go with a Haren-san just because it kind of has like that kind of cozy vibe to it, with just like a very slow burn kind of simple romance that's kind of undoubted. I appreciate that it's kind of undoubtedly a romance happening, even though the characters like they kind of act like they're not really dating, sort of like, but like Aharen-san is pretty like, oh yeah, they're kind of clear, they're literally dating. So I felt like that was the feel that I got when I was reading this one, was very similar to that. It obviously doesn't have like the off the wall humor of Aharen-san quite in the same way. It has the same kind of silliness to it, but it's a little more grounded. Aharen-san is a bit more gaggy, like it's got lots of gags and stuff, where this is more. We always use the term situational comedy, but a lot of the comedy in this is derived from like
I'd say this is a more
being kooky.
Yeah, I'd say this is a more like down to earth, like calm story, rather than like something rambunctious with a straight man going like what's going on. It's instead like, I mean that it does kind of exist, but it's a lot more muted.
Yeah, like they have that dynamic a bit, but yeah.
It's like if you toned Aharen-san down like 3 notches. That's how I kind of feel like it.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. Yeah, I definitely feel that one. That would be on my list of many, many comparables. But Jay, what are you crossing off my list?
So the one that came to mind for me is one that we did a review of but at Cole's request a while ago as well.
Another one. Okay.
And that would be Tsumiki Ogami's Not So Ordinary Life, which it didn't have an English title at the time, but now it does. It's actually out in English. But it just kind of has that very similar vibe of like a regular guy and like this quirky girl interacting, and she kind of brings him into her world and introduces him to like all these new things, and it's just like a very down to earth like slice of life of the two of them interacting. So if you like that, I think you'll like this as well.
That's so funny, Jay, because like I feel like when you started your little intro there, I was like, oh, he's gonna do the one I would have had as my backup one, and then you said no, it was actually not the manga that Cole made us review that this reminded you of. It was for me, it was the other manga that Cole made us review that this reminded me of Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You.
That was my backup. To be fair,
we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, that's definitely aimed at a older audience because, they're adults and everything. But certainly, very comparable.
But I think Tsumiki Oka, whatever that one's called, I think that's a good comparison as well. Because it just kind of has like that slice of life silliness to it a little bit.
Yeah. One that we also reviewed that I'll say, this one's kind of a bit further off the trail, and that would be Ruri Dragon. I'd say pretty comparable there too. Yeah,
that's no romance in that one, but yes,
it's similar kind of vibes. Yeah. Let me go off. Go off, King. Tagaki-san, I already mentioned that one, of course. Kind of that sweet high school romance. Bit more on the will they won't they kind of side of things, where they just kind of hang out. That one is kind of a bit more pure teasing, that kind of subgenre
it's also
of this.
A lot more explicit that like she likes him and that's why she's teasing him, whereas this, like, it's left a bit ambiguous at the beginning, like whether or not they might feel anything for each other or if they're just friends, and it kind of escalates from there.
And then I started going through the list of the comparisons on AniList, and I realized this is a thing. Kubo won't let me be invisible. Come on, very comparable. You've got the Wolf Girl one we kind of talked about already. One that I do want to bring up, that would be When Will Ayamu Make His Move? That was that shogi one by the same mangaka as Tagaki-san. That's a pretty comparable one as well. Another one, Hitomi-chan is Shy with Strangers. Did we review that one, or was that just one that I thought about?
No, I think you just read it. Yeah,
I think that was one I thought about forcing you guys to read. Stuff like that, like it's definitely a subgenre that is made exclusively for me.
Yeah, it's the slice of life couple story with like kind of a little bit of a will they won't they, but like kind of has every single one of them has their own like, but this one has blank.
The one theme in this one that I feel like kind of like the overarching thing that connects most of Cole's like manga that he really enjoys is I find that he enjoys when the female lead in the thing kind of takes initiative and is sort of leading the thing. He kind of like in this one, that's definitely the case. But I've noticed that is a thing that you like, Cole, in these manga.
Diving into my psyche a little bit.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
So it's not, I don't know if it's necessarily that they're teasing, but it's more that they're more assertive female leads, I guess.
Yeah, like she's not teasing in this one. She's just kind of like taking him by the hand and bringing
the
him
girl's not a
along on
wet
this
blanket.
journey.
Yes.
And the other aspect is look at how cute the female lead is in this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, short hair. I forgot about that too.
Yeah,
Cole likes short
hair. This one's going to give you diabetes, just like all of the other ones. And boy, does it! Boy, howdy, does it! Gives me
when
clogged arteries.
Cole doesn't think that this happened. It absolutely happened. I recommended this to him, knowing that he just instantly eat it up.
I don't think you did. I think I found this one on my own.
I fully believe you did, Jay, but Cole's just like, no, I liked it a lot, so therefore no one could have recommended it.
So therefore,
I must have found this in my own giant
You know what?
brain.
No. I give Jay credit for things like Bocchi the Rock. He pushed that on me. If Jay did recommend this to me, and he probably did, I just don't remember him recommending this to me. I'll give credit
because I recommended this one and I recommended another one at the same time, and I remember you coming onto the podcast being like, Jay recommended 2 series to me, and they were both bangers. I forget what it was called. I'm reading it. It's about like a shy girl that has like a crush on a guy in her class.
Classic.
That's really, that's your synopsis?
Is it the one?
It's a genre.
It's like Akira something.
Oh yeah. I kind of fell off that one a little bit. Akira falling in love. Yeah. That's like a brand new series.
Yeah.
But that one's good too. Again,
but what about this manga, guys?
What about this manga?
This manga being Journey Home After School.
Yeah, Jay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm giving the reins back to you.
No,
Here you
that's
go.
okay. That's okay. So, like every other review that we do, we also have our own curated thoughts that we came up with, and so we're gonna go over basically what we thought on the manga as our review, and then we'll get into our final thoughts and ratings. So, I think the best way to start off is with the premise of this manga. It being kind of a manga of like activities after school or like after class and that. And the first thing that I want to discuss with you guys is how well does Journey Home After School capture the imagination of a high school kid's activities after school, or like capture that like feeling of doing stuff after school. I'll start with Cole just because I started with Mike last time.
Okay. I would say that this show, or this manga, I'm sorry, does a very good job of like kind of capturing the whimsy of it. I wouldn't say it's very realistic, but that's kind of the point of it. Like, if we saw somebody like this going around collecting sticks and collecting rocks and putting them in piles, we would think that is a very strange individual.
So
Now,
I agree with you,
and
but
high
at the
school
same
kids are
time-
mean.
So
That
I
kid would
agree with
probably
you, but
be
at the
bullied.
same time, like when you were younger, how often did you pick up a stick and go, "This is a sword. This is a really."
Oh, I
cool
would.
Yeah,
I would, and I still
I understand. I understand what you're both saying, but I think Cole's right that that'd be a weird thing for like kids. Kids would be teasing that person for sure.
do. But what I was about to say, there was a but to what I was saying, and that is that's kind of the point. Like Choki-chan is just a free spirit. She doesn't
eccentric.
care. She's very eccentric, and that's kind of she's the antithesis to Shun, the main character, where he's kind of very closed off in
very
his
pragmatic.
He's very pragmatic and closed off, and they complement each other really well. So I don't think that it captures kind of that realistic side of things, but I think it does capture kind of that youthful energy. I think it captures it in spirit, not necessarily in realism. I would say.
Yeah.
Those are
Mike?
my thoughts.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I feel like it. If anything, it like the idea of it being a high school kid feels a little. I don't know. It felt more junior high-y to me than high school. I feel like, but they like because like the activities that the main girl kind of gets into there feel very not. I don't want to say juvenile, but like like they feel kind of like little kid things, but a bigger kid's doing them, sort of
Immature.
And like I
guess.
feel like most high school kids in this age are probably like in this setting would probably be going out to like karaoke or going out to like go have a Starbucks or something like that. I don't know. And like the idea of just being like fascinated with walking home and like the romance of it all is kind of a unique concept. But the actual question is like, does it capture the imagination of a high school kid's activities after school? I don't know what that would even be. I honestly don't know like what the imagination side of that would be. So I kind of don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, in my experience, the imagination of a high school kid would be, what is the best way to beat your friend without leaving any marks?
Yeah, or
I
like,
didn't see that come up in this manga, so
yeah, it's hard because she's like
it loses
so,
a couple marks.
They're such unique people that it's hard to kind of relate to them in a weird way. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. What do you think, Jay?
I kind of disagree, just because like when I was
part?
reading this, like I thought back to when I was younger and like doing things like this, where like I'd pick up a stick and I'd be like, "Oh, this is a sword," or like I'd be like, like just walking home from school, because like even though my school was pretty far from my house, sometimes I'd have to, and just like rolling with whatever happened. So like in that aspect, like the idea of like stopping to smell the roses and just making the best of having to walk, like of going home from school, that I felt was captured pretty decently. If you are, I would say probably younger, but like I think that the idea was there.
Mm-hmm.
Because
if the question just said a kid's activities after school, I'd probably be a little more. I'd understand it a bit. It's just specifically high school for me feels weird.
I think
but that's.
I think
I'm just
you're
getting hung up on
looking
something
too
there.
deeply into it.
Yeah.
I think like Jay and I, if I interpret what you're saying, we kind of agree. Like I think it does a good job in spirit of being kind of that you know, near a kid, you kind of let your imagination run wild, even when you were a teenager. Like I even think of that now. Like I am not as creative as a person as I was even when I was
Oh God.
in
no.
high school.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't dragging somebody around being like, look at this cool stick. Like I grew out of that by this point.
Yeah,
like
but
she's 17 years old.
Getting at.
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
kind of what I was getting at. Is I feel like I was grown out of that phase, and this feels like more like 13-year-old.
Yeah, I think like to some degree, like with me personally, because I was such a loner, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
Whereas like most people, they think about like what other people would think.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, and don't get me wrong. Like I definitely in like college had like lightsaber fights with friends and stuff like that in like parking
Yeah,
lots.
you know
So,
what?
like,
Actually,
it comes all around. It comes back around. But just specifically this phase that they're supposed to be in felt strange.
Yeah.
And I think that they kind of like address that a little bit. That like what's her name there is kind of a bit of an outcast, but like the popular outcast kind.
Yeah, like
trope.
everybody seems to really love her.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but she's kind of just her own. Yeah.
I mean,
it helps to be pretty. It helps to be pretty.
It helps if you're cute. Yeah. If I was going around picking up sticks, people would be like, "Get
it's
that
like
kid.
that meme.
Get him."
Yeah, it's like that meme that's like, call HR or whatever.
Call HR versus the
Yeah.
shucks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same idea. Yeah.
Same idea. But moving on, kind of for the tone of this, because we kind of talked like this is a little quirky, but like also like kind of comfy and sweet. And readers apparently seem to agree that this is kind of like a cozy, sweet manga. What would you say like creates that cozy feeling? And is it a genuine thing, or like does it just feel like cheap comfort to you? I'm gonna throw this one to Mike, because I feel like he has thoughts on this.
Sure. I think for this one, like what makes it so cozy and sweet is kind of just like they don't in these like rom-com environments, you can either choose to go like this route where this one chose, where it's like kind of like very grounded and not too intense. So like there's not really this huge, like you kind of just get this slow burn of their emotions kind of gradually building. And it doesn't take the kind of cheaper tactic that something like a Rent a Girlfriend or something would take, where it just has like these crazy big events happen or like really dramatic, shocking things happen. Like the really dramatic, shocking thing in this is like a boy crying, or like a girl and boy trying to watch the fireworks. That's the dramatic shopping event, you know? So like by not having that constant sense of like really dramatic overtones, it kind of just gives you this like comfy and warm vibes. And I think like most people can kind of relate to the feeling of just kind of like this, like they both kind of know that there's like more to this friendship than just a friendship, and they don't really know how to feel about it, and they don't really address it. And I feel like that just feels kind of real and like kind of tickles your heart in a way that's kind of just cozy. What do you think, Cole?
Yeah, I would agree. Like a lot of shows, like I'm gonna compare something else. It's good, but it kind of handles more towards that other end of the spectrum with regards to like a romantic type of story, and that's Rent a Girlfriend, or not Rent a Girlfriend. Sorry, you already said that. My Dress Up Darling. Yeah. My Dress Up Darling.
Yes.
My Dress Up Darling.
That's a good rec too.
You know, like I like My Dress Up Darling, but it goes more into the side of like, oh, I walked into a room and I accidentally saw her like in her underwear, and then they blush and act all awkward towards each other. Where it's a lot more grounded, like going to the boy crying, like it's a very like real personal moment between the two of them. Like he reaches out to her and hugs her. and then they don't spend like a bunch of time being like, they're not like bumbling around. They
it's
just
a lot
kind
more
of
quiet. It's more intimate than like something where they're like there's like the dialogue in that moment is also very minimal. Like it's just
there's
hangs
another
on that.
there's another great scene where Choki's hands are cold, so he like tells her to put them in his pocket, and then he puts his in his pocket. And they kind of hold hands, and I would compare it to kind of that scene in Dawn to Dawn where what's the main girl's name?
In the car?
Momo.
Yeah, in the car. Yeah, Momo and Okarun, they kind of hold hands, and it feels a lot more intimate, but not in a like intimate way. You know, like a lot of anime intimacy it kind of steers towards that like sexual side of things.
Yeah,
where this is just intimate
plays...
in like an emotional sense.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more subtlety to the romance here, whereas in something like your Dandadons or your Dress Up Darlings, and we'll kind of move on to this in a minute, where like it's a lot more blunt in like them showing like this is how I feel, and the joke is that they're still so dense so they can keep the status quo. Whereas this, it shows that romance, but it feels, because of how much more subtle it is, that like it feels more of like a gradual pace of them getting more intimate with each other, rather than just like outright saying I love you and then they go huh, and then back to status quo next chapter.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant like this. I meant like this way. Yeah. There's not a lot of. My Dress Up Darling does it a lot, where it ends on a big shocking moment, and then they come back in the next chapter, and they
I will say,
undercut it
Volume 3
completely.
did end on a fairly shocking moment, but that's
not particularly.
No,
but that was as big as it gets.
Yeah,
that was as big as it gets. Yeah,
and at the same time,
nothing insane.
As someone who hasn't read past Volume 3, it feels like that's going to be a big development rather than just like a shock value for the end of the volume, and then it's going to go back to.
It felt like a turning point for the story. Yeah. Good way to end a volume. Yeah.
Good ending for where we left off.
And we kind of talked about this a little bit, but I just want to touch on it just slightly. But in Journey Home After School, this is a manga with the romance genre on both AniList and Mal. So like, I feel like people who are looking for romance stuff are wondering how much romance is in this. Like, how heavy-handed is it? I'll start this one, I suppose. I think that this takes it in a bit more of a gradual stride than something like Fragrant Flower, for example, where like it's very clear like what the objective is with the romance, whereas like with this, it's obvious that they're going to get together because it's a romance, but like it's not something that they just shove in your face from jump.
Yeah.
At the start, it kind of feels like they're focusing a little bit more on the namesake, the Journey Home After School, and then they work toward that romance, whereas something like Fragrant Flower, the whole point is the romance. But if you're patient enough, there is romance that comes later, I would say. If you're looking for romance.
It seems to me like, I kind of agree with you. Like it feels like this has, the romance is like honestly one of several things that it's got going on, and like because it does pretty good character development and like kind of keeps you intrigued about like what's going on with these characters outside of just the romance, I feel like it makes it so that when it does kind of go a little more heavy on the romance aspects, you kind of are like, oh, okay, but you have like here's the whole thing with my knee, or here's the thing with my blah, 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 whatever backstory or like kind of character building element you want to add in there. It serves as like a palate cleanser. So you can kind of like, if this was just like, if you cut out all the other side stuff, you'd have basically Shikamori is not just whatever that cute or whatever the hell it's called. Where it's just like the whole thing is only these two are so cute and adorable together, you know, and then it doesn't hit the same if that's all it's doing. By kind of diving into the more character aspects of the story, it kind of like lets it be a little, like, don't get me wrong, it's not heavy-handed in the romance at all, I wouldn't say, but it's like Jay said, very clear from the jump that this is a romance. So you kind of know what to expect a bit.
Yeah. I would say like the best way to describe the romance in this is that it's just very sweet. Like there's a lot of manga and anime and stuff that you watch where you're kind of waiting for them to get together.
Mm-hmm.
And you are in this as well, but like it doesn't leave you frustrated. And
it doesn't play it like a will they won't they.
Yeah,
it feels like it's progressing.
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on
yeah.
why that is. Like why it doesn't leave me like getting upset at the end of every volume.
Well, I think we kind of talked about it, but like it's a gradual progression where it starts off like they're just meeting, and then like as the thing progresses, they get more and more intimate. Whereas like with something that would get you mad, like I think like a Rent-A-Girlfriend, it's like it does something that's like a big dramatic moment for like the shock value of the end of the chapter. And then it goes back to status quo, so nothing actually happened.
It shows you the carrot and then it beats you over the head with the stick. Where this is like, it's showing you a carrot, but it's like you're working your way towards that carrot.
Mm-hmm.
It's not giving you the false promise of like, here's a carrot right in front of you. Never mind, here's a stick.
Yeah.
It's saying like, the carrot's over there. You can see it.
Yeah.
You just gotta walk over there and get it.
It's like, it presents you with a tunnel, right? And like, it's like, you want to get to the romance, go through the tunnel.
Go through the tunnel. It's right there.
Yeah.
But you still got to go through the tunnel.
It's on the other side of the tunnel.
There's no false promise in this.
Yeah.
In this
it's not go through the tunnel and then it's like Wile E. Coyote where you just splat into the side of the mountain.
There never was a tunnel.
Yeah. Call it the Rent-A-Girlfriend technique. Yes.
I like that. Yeah. I like that image too.
Analogy.
The tunnel painted. Tunnel painted on the wall instead.
Because that's what makes things frustrating in these like rom-coms is when it just feels ungenuine. Like it feels like it's just stringing you along for the sake of stringing you along. Whereas this kind of feels like it's, at least for these 3 volumes so far, that's about half of what's out, I believe. It feels very naturally progressing. And I feel like you don't get frustrated yet, is what I would say.
Yeah. And I'd say my biggest hope before we move on to the next thing, as a slight aside, my biggest hope is that like they don't progress to the point where they like each other and then like it just stops.
Right.
I hope that it just keeps going and keeps moving forward with their feelings and all that. But with their feelings and the romance aspect, did we like Shun and Choki's chemistry? And I kind of spoiled the second part, but like, what were your hopes for how it goes from here? I'll give it to, I forget who I gave it to before me.
It'd be me.
Okay, I'll give it to Cole.
It's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay.
Now, full disclosure, I'm current on this manga. This is, I know like where we're at currently in the manga. So I'll try to say, I'll keep the what do I hope for regarding their future for you guys to kind of go over, because you're fresh to this.
So
I will say I do like their chemistry, and I think I kind of touched on this a little bit. Like I like their dynamic between the two of them. They really play off of each other really well. Where Shun is kind of pragmatic, like Jay said. He's a bit more insular. He's a bit less emotive, I'll say. Not in like he's not like a wet piece of bread. That's just kind of his personality. And of course Choki is very outgoing and carefree and all of that. And they really play off of each other really well. And they kind of complement each other as well, in the sense that like they feed off of each other a little bit. Like Shun is kind of learning to kind of go with the flow a little bit more, be a bit more expressive, kind of be a bit more what's the word? A bit less concerned with what other people think.
A bit more open-minded.
A bit more open-minded, yeah. Where Choki is kind of, I get, it's not quite as upfront with her, but like you see her being a bit more apologetic when she kind of oversteps her chokiness.
Yeah.
So she kind of
she learns to slow her roll a little bit.
She learns to slow her roll a little bit. That's a little less upfront, but there's definitely that development as well. Obviously, Shun is kind of our point of like where we enter. He's our point of perception.
He's our point of view.
Point of view. I'm full of, I can't think of words anymore.
Our perspective.
But our perspective or point of view.
Our de facto narrator.
Point of perspective. That's what I'll say. I'm coining that term myself.
You're gifted in other ways.
I'm gifted in other ways. You know, I think I got what I wanted to say across.
I know, but you didn't say it yet this episode, so I had to throw it in there.
Thank you.
It's on the bingo card.
That's kind of, I enjoy their chemistries, but like where do you fall on this though, Mike? Because I know, like you alluded to, this isn't your cup of tea generally. So, but what did you think of their chemistry in a story like this?
Yeah, I feel like, kind of just going off of what you said a little bit, like this isn't normally the genre I gravitate to. And I feel like that gives me the reputation amongst you two, and I don't know who else, of like, oh yeah, Mike doesn't like romance. That's not true. It's just like, it's not what I generally gravitate to. Like I like romance where they do have good chemistry, and it's like, it's just, and I feel like this actually did have that, where the two main leads, it felt like a believable relationship that like two people could actually have. And I feel like that really enhanced my enjoyment of like their just watching this unfold. I think the way that like you have like this, the classic pairing of kind of just like this sort of semi-straight dude, straight man. That's the word I'm looking for. Straight man, where like he's kind of a little bland mixed with like this manic pixie dream girl is like just a tried and true formula. So like that kind of works. And like basically she, in her childishness, kind of brings out a little more of the childishness in him. And I feel like that's something that people struggle with a little bit, is like accepting that like, yeah, everybody's a little childish and you kind of got to like accept that a bit. And I feel like that I really enjoyed that aspect of their chemistry. As far as like hopes for their future relationship, I feel like this is probably going to end on, it's going to be one of those ones that were like, when they get together, it doesn't continue much past that. And I'm not going to look at Cole because he might be able to spoil that, but I just feel like that's what this feels like to me, like where they kind of get together towards the end, there might be like a little epilogue or something like that. I hope that they at least give it a little bit of breathing room after that. But I feel like, honestly, at this point, like from an outsider's perspective, they're kind of already dating. They just don't really admit it yet. So yeah, I could see it ending on like a, I like you too. And then that's how
the time skip, and they're in the house that she talked about in that one chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that the best part of the chemistry between the two of them is like the little moments that they have. Like we talked about like the holding hands in the jacket, or like that gesture of like when he's crying because of his soccer situation, she just like gives him a hug. And he and like they both like consent to it, and like it's there's no spoken like can I hug you or anything. It's just like it just happens. And I really like that like these gestures aren't really like really spoken, but it's more they just do it and they're comfortable with it. It really felt more intimate than like if it was a robotic, can I hug you? Yes. You know, so I appreciated that. I appreciated the moment when she's at his house and meets his siblings. I've like just getting to see how their dynamic unfolds with his family in the picture was cute to see. That's a good one. But like, yeah, I feel like the moments themselves, seeing them interact more intimately were my favorite parts of it, and less so how they'd interact in the quote unquote journey home.
And yeah, you kind of nailed something. Like, I feel like the best part of their chemistry is like the little, like you mentioned when they're at their house or whatever, And she kind of mentioned, and like some of my favorite moments of this are like when one of them will just mention something like, oh, you know, I guess I might just have to get a bigger house then.
Yeah.
For taller people like you. And then it's like, oh, that's kind of like a cute thing because she's clearly thinking of like their future together type thing, but doesn't really know it yet. And it's just like, yeah, those little simple things.
Yeah,
are just,
it's just like the
it's
little
very
things.
like subtle and nice.
Yeah.
It's just like a nice light brush.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't devolve into like, oh, I mean, like,
exactly.
I didn't,
That's where it would lose me.
Yeah.
Is if they just like, or like the scene where like she sees him in his underwear or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like a lesser manga would have her freak out and run out of the house screaming or something.
Yeah.
But in this one, she's just like, this is weird. I'm gonna.
And he's like, dude, I'm in my
here.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, cute underwear. He's like, stop looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the extent of it.
And that felt a lot more natural. Just because like
Yeah.
they're
You just be like, oh, sorry. Oops.
yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
As for hopes for the future, Mike's probably right that it is gonna just time skip after they end up together. But I would like to see like what the difference is between like them seeing themselves dating versus like where they are right now, and like how they see that going.
I will say, and this isn't a spoiler or anything like that. We do see a lot more manga now that kind of let relationships breathe after the main characters get together.
Yeah. Because this is a pretty
like-
tried and true critique of the rom-com genre, I would say.
Like Horimiya, you know, the characters are together and they remain together for a good chunk of time. Fragrant Flower as well. It's ongoing and the characters have, I mean, if you've seen the first season of the show,
Blue Box,
you know, stuff like that. Blue Box, yeah, like the characters do get together. It allows the relationships to breathe, because I think that's a pretty common critique that people have. It's like, oh, I hate when they just get together and that's the end. Toradora kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where like now it's like, no, like we want to see them in a relationship.
Yeah.
So
I feel like a lot of authors are becoming more comfortable with the idea that the chase isn't the most interesting part of a romantic relationship. Which is
home,
true,
if you will.
And I think the other thing too is they're not competing as hard to like keep that spot in a magazine, because you can have like more digital publications and stuff like that, and like people know that if it's good, it'll sell. There's a little more confidence there.
Yeah, exactly.
But moving on from that, we've kind of talked about like the journey home after, like the journey home part, the romance part. And you know, it with that, the story kind of unfolds in short, generally quiet moments. And does that pacing feel intimate, or is it just like repetitive and sloppy and all that? I'll throw this to Mike.
Yeah, I think this one, the question posed is like, it has this kind of repetitive theme of like them kind of like they'll do something and they kind of chilly go about it, and then they'll have like this little like moment where they kind of like chat and kind of like they're deep in their bonds with each other. And I think that like the way that this is paced with that, it does feel intimate, particularly in the fact that like they kind of keep like deepening their relationship in really believable and like kind of like very cute and very like obviously sweet ways, like we said earlier with the whole like, oh, okay, I guess this house is a little too small for you, I guess we'll have to get a bigger one in the future, or I'll have to get a bigger one in the future, or something like that. Or like all that stuff, really, those little moments, or like I said earlier with the fireworks, where like that those little scenes really add to something like this. And I feel like that it's paced well, because it in between these intimate little scenes, they'll also have like kind of the silly, more comedy aspects of the rom-com that kind of like the yin and the yang really keeps the pacing flowing nicely, and like nothing feels like it's hanging like a lot of rom-coms tend to do, especially in manga. Rent a Girlfriend, for example, where like they just keep you hanging on the thread for as long as humanly possible, right? But this is, as I said earlier, this is not my main genre, so I'll throw it to the guy this is the main genre of watching Japanese high school students slowly fall in love with each other. Cole, what do you think?
This manga, I keep saying show. I guess I'm just excited for the anime adaptation. It does a really good job of pacing itself well, but not like, it's not a fast-paced show. It just, It's not a fast-paced manga. But it does a really good job of kind of keeping itself moving. Like, it doesn't feel rushed, but it doesn't feel slow at the same time. It's just kind of found that nice middle ground. And I can't quite put my finger on why. It's probably the tunnel effect, as we've called it. So we've come to call it here at AniPro. The biggest thing I'll say about the future of the manga is it continues to do a good job with its pacing, like up to this day. Like, I never feel like it's dragging. I never feel like I'm kind of like, oh, we're already at this point in their relationship. What I will say though is time-wise, it does move fast. Like, we went through basically a whole year in these 3 volumes that we read. In universe, I think,
and you can track that because it kind of all the festivals and like events they go to. You're kind of I had that thought when I was reading it. I was like, oh, it feels like this is a lot of time has passed. Actually, I was curious.
They start at the beginning of the school year, and then at the end, it's like starting to turn from winter to spring again. So it's like we're already a year in to their relationship, but it just feels natural. It just feels good. It feels right, Jay. It feels right in my heart.
Yeah. I think, like, in terms of the relationships and character development, the pacing is really good. I think that is the part that is the most eye-catching in terms of in terms of like a narrative hook, because when I first started reading this, the episodic nature of the like after school activities was kind of difficult to grab me a little bit. And it wasn't really until it started unfolding the relationship between the two of them did I really like start grabbing the stride of this story. So I feel like if you're looking for, or if you're starting to read this, like, give it a little bit, because I feel like it needs a little bit of time to catch its stride, and then once it does, the pacing it gets a lot better.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Once it like found traction, it really kind of felt like it got moving, and yeah, at that point, I wasn't checking how many chapters left I had to read at a certain point. So
yeah, I think that usually happens though. Just as an aside,
yeah,
most manga are kind of like
that's why I didn't
that.
want to bring it up, because we do that every time. Yeah,
but yeah, I think I noticed that. Yeah, mangas, they gotta kind of get a chance to kind of get
rolling.
I mean,
get rolling. Yeah.
I think there are a lot of first chapters, at least for me. Like, it's different for all 3 of us, but like one of us will mention it for sure. But it differs depending on the manga.
Oh, I mean,
right?
No shot against like the first few chapters of this, because I enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's just I find myself enjoying it more. Yeah, more once it starts rolling.
Yeah. And just a final thing on Journey Home After School. How do you feel about the art? Do you think it's too simple, or did you like it, Cole?
Oh, me again.
Oh, did I go with you last time?
It's your turn. It's your turn.
Is it my turn?
No, it's your turn.
Okay, I'll take this one. I'll take the reins. In terms of the art, I think it was fine. There was never like any moments that really like made me like gawk at any like 2-page spread or anything. Like, nothing that made me want to post it to Twitter and be like, oh, this is gorgeous. But it was serviceable, I suppose. Like, nothing that made me like, ugh, this looks terrible, but nothing great either.
Yeah. I would say that. I think it does what it wants to do. Yeah. Perfectly fine. Yeah. And what it wants to do is make you fall in love with the characters. Yeah. And Choki-chan is like a feather off an angel's wing. She is just cute as a button. And it does that really well. I do appreciate, though, it does have one shot where it's like, wow, look at this vista, and then it undercuts it with big chunky cat. That made me laugh. Yeah. Okay, Mike, your turn.
Mike, what are your thoughts on the art?
Yes, sirs. Yes, bosses. My thoughts on the art, I'm glad one of you guys brought it up. I thought the art was quite nice in this one because they kind of decided to take a very simplistic approach with the art, but in a way that kind of doesn't hold it back. I felt like by including lots of like negative space and kind of just like letting the characters kind of breathe and not focusing too highly on all the details, but just kind of having like kind of a nice looking character and just focusing more on what they do with those characters, like their reactions to things, and keeping things a little more on model and grounded. I felt like it really enhanced the story. And especially when like it looks really nice all the way through. It's just kind of a simple manga. I wouldn't call it like I wouldn't recommend this to anyone for like, oh, look at the visual pop of this. But because it is generally so simple, when it does kind of go for those bigger moments, like the bigger panels that Jay alluded to, where people like post them on Twitter and say, oh my God, this panel is nuts, man. Yeah. I feel like it did do those moments like there was moments in that there's panels in this that I was like, oh wow, that's really nice. Like I really appreciate that. Like the Vista Cole talked about, or like the literally like the final page of the volume 3, or like the fireworks stuff. Like there's just some really nice shots to borrow a term from like cinematography in this. And when it goes for it, it kind of goes for it and it lands. So yeah. And it's the contrast of how simple it normally is kind of makes that extra pop.
Yeah. It's well done in what it does.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not talking berserk levels of drawings or anything like that.
No ultra detailed art or anything. Man. Just it's super simple, super straightforward, but it works for what it is, and it looks good for what it's trying to do.
Exactly.
And I think now we have come to the time where we summarize our thoughts on Journey Home After School. So as we normally do, the person who submitted this will go last. So Cole gets the last thought. Whew. And
you guys say everything, and then I'll say the thing when you guys are done.
I'll
mute myself until then.
So I will start with Mike over here, if he wants to quickly summarize his thoughts and then rate this thing.
Yeah, maybe I'll steal Cole's move. I'm going to say this. I'm considering continuing this one. I'm considering it. I'd say most people consider this one. If you just are looking for like a kind of cute, very comfy romance that kind of is like a very believable, and if you're kind of like a more mature reader and you don't want any of like the crazy antics of the other wild entries into this genre, like I'm looking at like the quintuplets, and I'm looking at like Rent a Girlfriend and all that stuff, and it's like where it's just so over the top and zany, where it's like, okay, this is clearly very anime. This feels like a very realistic romance that kind of just warms your heart as you read it. I would say for most people, consider checking this one out. If you're a fan of the romance genre, definitely check this one out. It will tickle your jimmies, I would say. But if you're just like an average person, not necessarily the biggest romance, but you could dip your toe in, I'd say consider it. And that brings us to Jay's final thoughts.
Yeah. I really was mixed on this when I first started, and then like as it kept going, I kind of warmed to it more and more. I liked the after school activity stuff that I feel like we're kind of downplaying, but like is a bit more of an aspect of this than we're kind of making it out to be. Because there isn't really any class time in this manga. But and like a lot of it, like we talked about, like the sword thing and that, and like it just made me think of when I was younger, and when albeit younger than when they were going home from school, or just like walking around outside and like picking up things and being like, oh, this looks like a sword, or like kicking a stone and like trying to like keep it with me as I kick it along while I'm walking, things like that, like just those little things that you would do. Has a cute duo that I think will probably become kind of in the same popularity line as your Takagi-san level of popularity. Very cute, like seeing them develop, and it felt a lot more I don't want to say realistic, but like a lot more progressive in terms of like actual progression of the relationship than a lot of other romance manga. So I appreciated that. Overall, though, I think it depends on who you are, because like I get a lot of people when they read manga, they want like, okay, let's get to it, and the start isn't very helpful toward that. So I'd say consider it, try it out, find out whether, and like, yeah, see if what we said interested you. I'd say consider it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that brings it to me.
That brings it to you, Cole.
I get to say the famous thing. You guys have said everything that I want to say. I'll go right off the bat. I'll just say this tickles my jimmies. Obviously, this is kind of my wheelhouse. Apparently, I'm learning more about myself here as we host AniPro. This is what I enjoy. This is what I like, and I will continue to enjoy it. And I'm current on it, so that obviously says something about it. This we alluded to it. We said this doesn't kind of give you false promises. Everything is on its sleeve. It wears everything on its sleeve. It's just kind of a slow, progressive advancement of their relationship, and it feels very real, and it feels good to have that. The art in it is simple but effective. I would say the character designs are really good. Again, simple but effective as well. And I enjoy the chemistry between the two leads, Choki-chan and Shun. It's a little bit deeper than you might initially think, with Shun's kind of regret about not being able to continue to compete in soccer and stuff like that. Not super deep, but it's got a little bit there. It's got a little bit of meat on them bones, you know? So yeah, I would say it tickles my jimmies. And I think, with all of the recommendations that we gave, I think you'll know if this is kind of the manga for you, and this is the manga for me. So, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. 2 consider it, and 1 tickles my jimmies in the end. So not too bad. Not too bad of a score.
Not too bad.
No.
That is our review. With that, I very graciously hand the reins back over to Cole as we
so gracious.
So gracious.
So humble.
So humble and gracious and magnanimous, I'll also say. That's
wow.
a big word.
That's a big word. That's a
word
$10 word.
That's a $10 word for old Cole. Let us know what you think of the manga in the comments below. Are you looking forward to the anime like I am? Let us know as well in the comments below. We do have more reviews coming up. Our next manga review is Ichi the Witch. That's chapters 1 through 25. And Black Torch. That's all the chapters, but it's only, 17 chapters? Something like that? Like it's
19.
19 chapters.
Yeah.
Very short. Very short read. Not too much.
Don't tell
Our
me.
next anime review is Golden Kamui, followed by Elfen Lied. And then now and then here and there, we will begin planning our next listener's choice contest. However we do it, our listener's choice decision will be made at that point. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of AniPro. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend about us. If you really like us, why don't you consider supporting us on Patreon like these lovely people, Mr. Family Guy 36, Elijah Wood, Braindead B-Dog. Oh my God. 203 episodes in. My God. Peach, Frama, Kratos, Just Juzz, Mogmog, Uncle of Light, Saffron, Mexi, and Genus26. By supporting us on Patreon, you get access to all sorts of perks and really helps out the show. We're also on social media at AniProPod, and please join our Discord community. Keep up with us and other listeners. Links to everything is in the description or at our website, AniProPod.com. Let's go. Who did it last? Mike, you lead us in a round of bye-byes.
Okay. It's my turn to lead us in a round of bye-byes. So at this point, I will stop stalling and get us out of the episode. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to say thank you for listening. Yeah, bye-bye.
Well said, Mike. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I press the button.
Is it set to
No,
live?
it's on live. It's on live. I'll put it
Just
in
doesn't want
post.
to cooperate.
It's going
I'll
to
put it in
post.
post.
It's going to post.
Yeah.